Frank will figure it out. It's fine.
Of course he will, because he's Frank. Hello, Frank. I hope you're on.
I'm sure he is. I'm having that problem that you had where I try to open up this your show notes in Pages, and it just doesn't open in Pages. It just goes to another tab. So I'm wondering why that's happening. But
is it the current notes?
And new
12 9.
Frank is there.
Oh, good.
Okay, good.
Everybody's here then. All right.
All four of us.
All four of us. Yeah. Yep.
All right. And we all have audio. We all have video.
rock and roll.
Still rock and roll to me. Dum, 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 dum.
Okay. Tonight on the Mac to the Future Go livecast. Well, it wasn't really an event. It wasn't even really a surprise, but Apple had one more super expensive trick up its sleeve to take most of the Mac community by storm and apparently also add a little bit of outrage and drama. That and more, always more, tonight on the Mac to the Future livecast. Go. 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 Drama, drama, drama. It's always about, I can't even get the show started. There's so much drama going on here today. What the hell is going on? We're going to start with everyone's favorite David Ginsburg, probably everyone's only David Ginsburg. And here he is right there with his special little thing.
I'm the only one with the logo.
You are the only one that has this so far.
How's it going, everybody? Glad to be here.
Oh my God. Drama. It's all about the drama.
Doing well.
Okay, glad to hear it. Sorry, is that like a local team you have there in your shirt?
What do you think?
That's it. I mean, I've heard of the White Sox.
Yeah, well,
but no, I'm Cubs. I don't know. Have you heard of the Chicago Cubs there, Warren? Mr. Warren Sklar?
I have, I think.
You think?
The Cubs?
Yeah, see, we have the crappy old logos.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay, well,
Hello.
He can't hear us.
I don't think Warren can hear us. Here, you got to be listening, Warren. We actually, it's crazy because we do have chat. So what I can do is say, come over here.
No, I give sign language.
And
we can't hear you.
Okay. So while Warren works on that, let's go over some of the comments that we have so far. Of course, Mr. Frank Petrie is here. He be here. And he's also, he's here in harmony.
And I missed you guys last night.
Hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us? Apparently not. So,
we can hear you.
Yeah.
He's gone.
No,
but he's back. Warren wants a lower third for Christmas. He does. We all want a Warren. Oh, boo. Boo, boo, boo.
That's right.
No Yankee gear.
Hand
no
off.
Yankee gear.
the AirPod handoff is just not what it's cracked up to be. It's like you look at your phone. If I'm using my AirPods using my AirPods to do this, I look at my phone. I just look at it, and it's like, oh, you want music on your phone now. You don't want what you were doing. But we're going to play what's on the phone. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
can't look at devices.
Good to know. Good to know. So now, of course, the main thing that we're going to talk about tonight is the new AirPods Max, which was a huge topic last night on Chuck's show, as you can imagine. And it got heated. It got heated. Oh, yes, it did. And for once, nobody was mad at me. So, I was like, thumbs up. I was like, thumbs up.
I would have been there, but I had to do an iPhone special interest group last night.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's just going over to in the Facebooks, going over to Mac Voices and check out. Yeah, check out the Mac Voices. What does he call that one?
It's Mac Voices Live. Mac Voices Live,
but it's the Tuesday show has like a special thing.
No, it's called Mac Voices Live
because it's open mic night. That's what he calls it, open mic night.
Well, this wasn't. I don't think he just did a topic, and I guess
okay, all right.
That. He called it. I saw it was called the AirPods Max.
I was not the cause of any, mostly, almost none controversy last night, but there was still plenty of it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Go and check that out. That was a lot of fun. But getting back to what we're doing right here, couple of quick takes. iOS 14.3 release candidate is out with Pro Raw and support for the AirPods Max being the main feature, along with Fitness Plus. These are all things that we are going to be talking about. So anything else about 14.3 that the people need to know?
I think you summed it up. I think the biggest motivation of it is the Fitness Plus. They're getting ready. They want ready to go by Monday the 14th, which we'll be talking about here in just a minute. So that's the big thing. The Pro Raw is nothing too special. I don't know if it's necessarily support for the AirPods Max. AirPods Max is that did they actually say there's a?
So that's what it mainly is, because they obviously couldn't put it in the previous betas, because then it would tell everybody what it was before it came out.
Well, they could have called it like the Lucky Charms, because then everybody would be after it.
No. You know these code people. It's like developer love to code found hidden in the iOS code. The Apple TV and car is coming, because we saw an icon.
And it's all in one. It's all in one. The car and the TV. That's right. You can watch Jeopardy while driving to Sacramento.
My Tesla's a lot like that, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah.
You drive your Tesla while watching Jeopardy going to Sacramento?
I can, because it has a big TV in there. So
okay,
it's 13.
Right. Okay. Next up, Adobe releases an actual Big Sur M1 ready app with Lightroom. Do either one of you use Lightroom?
No.
I think this is like the first Adobe app for the M1. I don't know about their other apps as it.
Makes sense, because that's probably the most popular of use, because it's a photo organizer editor. It's not Photoshop, but I mean it's a start.
But all those other apps is where they make their big money. I would have thought they would have gone there first. Okay. And then something new. I didn't see this one. FTC sues Facebook to call for an undoing of Instagram and WhatsApp acquisitions. Yeah, that is big.
This is a big news of the day. Actually, everybody kind of was talking about it. So if you read it, basically all these lawyers, prep, amongst themselves to make today the day they were going to do this, and people knew they were going to do it. So basically, they're saying that Facebook is monopoly and they need to split up.
Okay.
It's a monopoly.
Is it a monopoly?
Okay. How is it a monopoly?
Right. How is anything a monopoly these days? I guess that's the question.
Right.
Well, there is still competition in the social media space. I mean, Facebook is certainly the biggest.
Well,
right.
to quote the article, it's a personal social networking monopoly through a years-long course of anti-competitive conduct.
Because they bought other companies. Basically, the fact that Facebook bought WhatsApp and Instagram, I think, makes it anti-competitive. Basically, they're buying up their competition. But this happens all the time in business. Bigger businesses buy up smaller businesses and make more of the bigger businesses.
Apple's bought plenty of companies, but I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, are they a monopoly? I don't think so. I mean,
they're a monopoly when it comes to Apple products. And the reason why so many people like to throw that's the main reason why people like to throw around the word monopoly when it comes to Apple, because nobody else makes iPhones, nobody else makes the Mac. The fact that both those devices do not have a majority share in either one of the areas in which they compete apparently doesn't mean anything anymore.
No. Those are product names. Apple makes laptops and mobile phones, and other companies do as well.
Yes, they do.
So, I mean, Samsung has a Galaxy phone that's trademarked. You can't make another Galaxy, but you can make another phone. So, I mean, Apple doesn't have a monopoly on Apple products. Apple has a monopoly on the ones they developed, the products they developed, but certainly not a laptop.
Well, I think that's going across a pretty thin line. Nobody else sells iOS devices than Apple, which includes iPhones and iPads and Apple TV and some of these other devices. My point is that they're not a monopoly because they're sharing that same space with other companies that also make phones. And they're also not a monopoly because all those other companies combined have a much larger market share than Apple does in any of the things that they compete in.
So here's my question then.
So we're agreeing by disagreeing, apparently.
Right, no, I'm agreeing with you, but here's my question.
Okay.
In December 2020, right now, as of right now, can you think of any company that's a monopoly? Any company? Actually, in the last 10 years, can you think of any company that's been a monopoly?
Yeah, it was that railroad. What's the name of it?
It was just a railroad.
Don't pass forward. Don't collect $200.
Exactly. And I always get the race car. I'll tell you that right now, sir. The race car.
There's free. Anybody's free to compete against a company at this day. I mean, at least in this country, there's nobody stopping. Hey, you could start your own social network and go with it. You could, start your own computer company and go with it. Nobody's telling you can't. So
they've been talking about monopolies with media companies. Look at NBC and Comcast, Xfinity. They bought up everybody. You got AT&T who owns DirecTV and the whole debacle with HBO Max, and the movies are going to be played.
And it wasn't that long ago. You had AOL and Time Warner. I mean, that was back in the day. That was a big thing.
And then the old AT&T when they bought Ma Bell. So I mean, it just
right. So when
singular, sir, with the race car.
When big companies buy up other companies, and they're buying up the competition, then they become a monopoly. I guess by definition. I think we've lost the meaning of monopolies. I think when it first came out, it was literally that this company is the only company that could possibly have this product or service, and that's just not the case anymore.
Yeah, well, lots of comments from Frank.
yeah, lots of comments from Frank.
Facebook needs to be burned.
As he posted on Facebook. I love all the people I hate Facebook that are on Facebook.
Are just on Facebook, yeah.
They complain about Facebook, but they spend a lot of time on it.
Don't go to Parlay or Parlar or whatever the hell they call it, because it's really, really an awful site. And not just because of the people that are on it, but just because its UI is it's dreadful.
I have no desire to go there.
I've actually been trying MeWe quite a bit, and it's got some UI issues, but I'm still kind of enjoying it. Hey, I'm doing fine. As a matter of fact, yes, I am Uncle Guy. To those people right there, I'm doing fine. So glad you're with us today, Brian and Raquel. Love you both. Let's see. Hershey. I don't have any idea what that means in context to this. They are not a monopoly based on the fact that they're selling computers, as are many. Yes, that is true.
Right. That's what I said.
Okay.
Anyway, all right.
So, but Facebook has a very, very, very large presence in social media. I think, however, I think they're getting a lot more competition, and as time goes on, Facebook is becoming more and more the social media site that your parents use as compared to,
Right.
And what the hip kids are using these days. Do they still say hip kids?
And that's what initially happened with Instagram. People were just tired of Facebook, so they moved over to Instagram. And then there's people on just Instagram, but Facebook owns them. So I mean, it's not you're getting away from them, but it's a completely different platform, completely different ways of sharing.
I mean, the kids don't want to go on the same platform as the parents because it doesn't matter what it is. They don't want to be on the same platform as their parents. It's not because it's a cool new thing to do. It's like, I'm not going to be on this thing where my mom can friend me and see what the hell I'm doing all day.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
If you're a teenager and you can't figure out how to keep information from your parents across social media, you shouldn't call yourself a teenager. Okay?
No, but then when your parents try to friend you and you decline,
you don't friend them back. Or you make an account that has your name and a picture, and you just never do anything with it.
That's what a lot of
people. You have another, then you have another account that, because who could have figured that Facebook would allow you to have multiple accounts all at the same time? How crazy is that? All right. Well, we spent a lot of time on quick takes. Let's move on over to the frankly, the story of the week, I guess. Because every single week there seems to be something new that's weird. Apple finally releases the AirPods Max, and no one seems happy about it. Apple has finally soft launched the headphones that everyone said they were going to at a price point no one seemed to expect. The AirPod Maxes are out and at a price point of $550. You'd think Tim Cook himself was filling you with knockout gas and stealing your wallet for all the wailing that's happening since it came out. The price point seems ridiculous, but mere hours later, nearly all of the first run of these are said to be sold out, pretty much, with delivery time slipping well into next year. So how is it that you've got all the tech pundits, and myself included, when I first heard this price, I was like,
me too.
You have got to be effing kidding me here, as we say, because we don't curse on Facebook. How can you sell Apple branded, and it doesn't even have an Apple brand on it, headphones for $550 and make people feel like they're not getting ripped off? And let's start with Mr. Sklar. Hello, Mr. Sklar. How do you do that?
I mean, the craziest part is nobody's heard him. They've seen him,
right?
And nobody's actually listened to what it sounds like.
Yeah, and they're still almost sold out.
Well, don't get hung up. Don't worry about that. I'm sure they didn't make that many. I'm sure there was a very limited supply of them because they had no idea if they were going to sell. So they might have made 10 for all we know, and they sold out. So who knows? So I wouldn't worry about that. I think a lot of people are relying heavily on return policy. I think they're going to probably try them out and return them after a week because I think a lot of people just want to see what they sound like, and that's what they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to sound incredible. I'm sure they're going to sound like the best pair of headphones that I've ever would hear. I'm not in the market for them.
I was going to say, did you get some?
No, I wouldn't get a pair at $200 or $150. I'm just not a over the ear kind of headphone kind of guy. I don't like that. So they're not for me. But I think a lot of people are just more curious than needing to have it. And I think again, a lot of people are going to probably listen to it and return them within a period of returns. And I think that's an artificial supply constraint like Apple always does. And I think it's super done this time. If they sold more than 2,000 of these, I'd be shocked, to be honest with you.
So you're expecting to see a whole bunch of them in the refurb store
Oh yeah,
at the super low price of $501. All right,
Yeah.
Dave, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, Apple is
Discount
known to
price.
have. Apple is known to have high end stuff. They sell their products. They sell their. I was reading a lot of stuff today. You look at some of the analogies, like Apple doesn't sell a laptop at a low end. They don't go into the low end market. They're at the high end market. They sell a MacBook Air at $999, and that's their base model for a laptop. I mean, and that's always been Apple's the way Apple's done things, the way they've done
Modus
business.
operandi.
Modus operandi. So this is anything different. I mean, they're looking to get into this, and they wanted to provide a product that's going to be high end and high sound. Now, not everybody's going to like the sound, because I was listening to the Daily Observations from the other day with Dave Hamilton was on it, and he talks about, and even he put it on Twitter. He said, he's a big audio guy, and he doesn't like. Yeah, and he doesn't like the sound of the signature of this he called it, of the sound of Apple's products. I mean, the AirPods, as well as obviously he hasn't heard them either, so you can't place a judgment on them, so you don't really know. So, and interesting the way they design them. They design them with a digital crown. It almost looks like an oversized Apple Watch, honestly, because it's got that digital crown. Other things that I was interesting to hear is Bluetooth. We're all using AirPods. The latency on Bluetooth for audio is not the greatest. And it gives you issues. They supposedly say that these headphones can be plugged in with a 3.5-inch plug that's plugged into it, which doesn't come with it, which is no surprise there. But is it going to sound good when you plug it directly in? Now, obviously, you can't use it with your iPhone with a plug. You have to use it with Bluetooth, or you have to get the adapter to do it. So you have that. And the other thing I also saw is this. I read was the fact that this was 4 years in the making. They started talking about this pair of headphones 4 years ago, and there was a former engineer that tweeted that out and said that was the case. And so they've been talking about and developing this pair of headphones for a long time. So they obviously didn't. They took their time with it. They didn't find any rush with it. So. So it's telling me what time it is from my HomePod there, and so I'm just saying that it's going to be interesting. You're talking about all the colors that they have: the pink, silver, green, sky blue, and space gray. It's got the little case. We're calling it, looking kind of like a brassiere.
It does. When I was doing research on this. That way, and I'd heard people talking about it on Chuck's show last night, calling it a brassiere, but I hadn't actually gone to Apple's site to look at what that looked like. But when I saw it,
it looks like a bra. It really does.
Yes, it's a space bra. So it's an Apple space bra. They made their campus look like a spaceship. Now they have headphones that have a space bra. So the circle of life is complete here. So just like anything Apple does, I mean, you look at the pictures. I mean, they got it highlighted, prominently when you go to apple.com. So click the link, learn more. They got a little video, the whole spiel. Apple's not no dummies. They're smart with their marketing. So they market something like this. People are going to get excited and want to buy it. And it's not for me. I mean, I beyond the fact that I'm looking at 4 headphones, that I have 2 up here and 2 down here. I think I have plenty of headphones for a long time here. That I don't think I'm really going to need much to need these. I mean, I'd love to hear them just to see what they sound like, but it's definitely not going to be a product for me. So it's not as bad as microphones, but I do have 2 pairs of headphones here.
The AirPods were not popular at first, if you remember when
the first AirPods were not.
It took a while for them to become popular, and and they were actually not very. They were actually not terribly expensive compared to their competition either. So, so I mean, this is going to be a different category just with the price, unless there was a rumor that there was going to be a cheaper, sportier version of it. So maybe that's their thing. Maybe they're going to
and more expensive one too. They're going to do leather on it too. So
okay. Well, maybe to get people hooked on the sound of this, and then come up with different variations of it.
And what's going to be interesting too is what's going to happen to Beats. I mean, are they going to continue on with the Beats line? I'm assuming they're going to. You look at the comparable Beats headphone. That's the Studio 3s, which are not. I mean, I've got Studio 3s wireless here that I got free when I bought a Mac a while ago. I mean, they sound okay. They're not the greatest. I've got a pair of Bose QC35s. Those are two headphones I have already. That's why I would never buy this thing, because I have those two already by themselves. So it'd be really no reason for me to do it. I actually like the Bose. I think the Bose QC35s are really nice.
A lot of people are down on Bose.
Those are great. When I would travel,
I've got a pair of baby Bose speakers that I bought in the 1980s.
Yeah.
And they're still kicking. They're still rocking. 35 years later?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have absolutely no complaints. If they died tomorrow, I wouldn't weep and wail. Oh, my Bose speakers, they died. They're a crappy company. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, the Acoustimass series, the small little speakers that they had for your home, for your stereo and home theater, those are amazing speakers. I mean, and Bose makes great stuff. So I'm glad to see Apple's diving into this, getting into this audio market. That was the whole reason why they bought Beats in the first place. They wanted to get in. Music is a big part of their business now with Apple Music. So, I mean, this all fits within their plan of everything that's going on with that. Also, when we talk about Fitness Plus, that it may fit into that too. Somebody might want to be wearing those headphones while they're working out.
Well, they haven't. But chances are, because these things are heavy. For headphones, these are very heavy. They're like, and I know when I give this number, people are going to be like, really? They're like almost 14 ounces. And again, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. But then when you look at the competition, all of them are under 10 ounces. And when you're wearing something on your head that's almost a pound, and you're working out at the same time,
you're working on your neck. Your neck is getting a nice workout.
Actually, you can just sit there and watch TV and just go like this back and forth, and you're good to go.
Well, when you look at all the sensors and the microphone, you got 9 total microphones in this headphone, and
six are for the noise cancellation, and 3 are for the actual. But
for voice pickup, right?
I think it's not waterproof, it's not water resistant, and I think it's not really sweat resistant. So it's not a good candidate for exercise.
You see, that was one of the arguments that was going round and round last night, is how do these headphones fit in with existing Apple products? My argument, and a lot of people did bring up music, but my argument was that it doesn't yet. That there's probably, now, I mean, it isn't like these are iPod socks, which were just a ridiculous product that I no idea why they even came out with those. But these headphones, there's got to be a hook there for something other than just Apple Music, because at this price point, there just needs to be something to say, oh yeah, well, if I'm going to do that, then I need to make sure I have these.
Well,
so
movie watching, it's going to be a one. It's probably good if you want to watch a movie with the headphones on, providing that it will go to it, because it's Bluetooth. Yeah, it will connect to Bluetooth.
It's Bluetooth. Yeah, it'll connect to Apple TV.
And it's got.
And there was something I read.
It's got the spatial audio, which would help.
Yeah.
In that.
But there was something I read that said Apple has said that you can use Bluetooth to connect these to things that aren't Apple products.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was said reluctantly, and it didn't make it sound like it was going to be that great of an experience. So there may be something else there. One of the things that I wondered about in relation to working out is, what if there are other companies coming in? This is going to come in with Fitness Plus as well. Right. What if there are other companies coming in with specialized equipment that will work with Fitness Plus, that will work with AirPods, regardless of which one?
That's a no-brainer. I mean,
it's in the works. Yeah,
we go into that next. We just go on to that next topic. I mean,
all right. Let's just, because I think we pretty much done this one to death. Oh, the last thing, you can invoke Siri and you can charge via USB-C, which confused me. I was kind of surprised that. No, I'm sorry. No, it's still Lightning, but it's USB-C on the plug-in end, and they don't include a power brick, which again was kind of like, these. Why not? Not everybody just has, I have a spare USB-C port that I can plug my headphones into once a day or so. All right, we're gonna move off of that and go on over to Fitness Plus. That's supposed to come out running
Monday the 14th.
on December 14th, Monday, December 14th.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to be taking advantage of Fitness Plus, now remember that if you have dived into their services bundle, Services Plus, what the hell did I call it?
The Apple One.
Apple One. If you've dived into
which more and I have both done that.
Yes, so have I. Then you have Apple Fitness Plus. There's nothing else that you have to do. It'll be activated on your various devices the next time you log in. But if you want to take the best advantage of something like this service, it should probably come as no surprise that it's best to have an Apple Watch to take advantages. Yeah. You can play workouts via nearly any iOS device as well as through the Apple TV or the Apple TV app on some, not all, some smart TVs. Sony, did you hear Sony has extended Apple TV app to be in a bunch of their TVs going all the way back to 2018. So there's more and more smart TVs that are coming out or have been out that will allow you to have the Apple TV app on that device, which I think bolsters my argument that we're probably never going to see another Apple TV.
Right.
And likely there will be, as we were saying, some additional partnerships with makers of workout equipment to plug into Fitness Plus. Now,
not Peloton.
No. They got their own deals going on. Somewhere here I had
stock market didn't like them either. So when this was announced,
didn't like Peloton or Pelotron.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a problem for them. I guess their biggest advantage is that they're already there and entrenched. But
they have services as well as their bikes. So
but they have the actual bike. There's that, and then there's the smart mirrors. If you've seen the mirrors where it's live fitness instructors in the mirror?
Right.
Have you seen that? It's
no, I have not seen that. It's like a hologram.
It sort of is.
Yeah.
Find a link here. But I think they're just going to see nobody knows what it's going to be like. So the stock taking a hit is just, I don't think
people freaking out.
Yeah, people freaking out, but
for probably not much reason.
That's to expect. But
here it is.
But the Fitness Plus is I think it's going to be something. It's another piece of the service that they're talking about and relates to this. That's going to be great. As you talked about the bundle, we've talked about this before. The Apple One bundle, which is you want the full package. That's going to include Fitness Plus already for the $29.99. So
right. Well, and is it the highest one? Is the only one that has Fitness Plus built in?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And then there also, I believe that if you buy an Apple Watch, you will get Fitness Plus for 3 months for free.
3 months,
so you can try it out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, even at my advanced age, I'll probably give it a try.
I like to watch it, see what it does, and we can do something. Yeah.
And anyone picturing me in sweatpants holding little weights going, da, 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 yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
If they have
because frankly, nobody wants to see that, not even me. So you can just let that go.
If they have pretty girls, I'll just watch it eating Cheetos.
Yeah, eating Cheetos. I need to wash my hands, or do I? Okay, moving right along. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about when it comes to Apple Fitness? Now, I think we've pretty much.
There was
Go ahead.
the one topic I wanted to kind of bring up is, and this is
Yeah.
this is starting to be speculated, is the potential with other bundled services that would be with hardware. I don't know if anybody had heard about this, that they're talking about Apple 360. So what they would do is, kind of like what we're doing now, or like what I'm doing now, when I'm in the iPhone upgrade program, when I'm basically renting my phone for a year, and then I upgrade it the next year. Doing something similar to that with maybe Macs or anything that they would be doing along with the services. So potentially maybe coming up with another type of bundle that would bundle it not only with just services like they have currently, they actually bundle it with hardware. So
I don't think they would do it with the Mac. I can't see how that would fit into, other than the things that would naturally come to the Mac, like extra storage or iCloud, things along those lines. But I can't see a lot of Apple services relying on the Mac. Most of Apple services to me scream
iPad, iPhone,
mobile devices.
Probably iPad.
So I could see the iPad and I could see iPhones.
Apple made
would that be done directly?
They're going the other direction. They're making their services available on all platforms.
So they very well could include it because like you said, they're going across all platforms, on a Mac too. So it's very possible. But I think right now it's just been a lot of rumor, speculation of the potential that this possibly could happen. But I definitely think Apple's going to be looking at it. So the guys' daily workout.
Something that nobody wants to see, Frank. It's one thing. It's one thing for me to
in your car. You should have the weights while you're driving, like this.
Because workout is job one.
With the headphones on.
With the headphones on.
I just wanted to bring that up. I think it's going to be something we'll be talking about in the future.
I essentially upgrade my laptop every year anyway, so I would.
Right.
It wouldn't matter.
Whenever Apple comes out with one you want,
or every 3 months. Yeah.
There's one other thing that I was hearing, and I haven't seen anything on it that would point me in the direction of whether this is possible or not. An M series chip with up to 32 cores on it for the new Mac Pro. And again, remember, I have said that I think they're going to replace the entire line of Macs by this time next year. By the end of 2021, every single Mac that Apple sells, new, as far as a new design goes, will be with an M series chip on it. I don't think we're going to see any more Intel Mac releases.
But Tim Cook said that. He said it was going to be a 2-year process.
He said 2 years.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, well, he said that 8 months ago. So it's.
You think he was including that 8 months in with it? Okay, well then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna scoot like a couple of big galoots, and we're gonna start our outro with Mr. Warren Sklar. Hello there, Mr. Warren Sklar, and I'm so sorry that all I have is this crappy banner for you.
You got the name right, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not Dave. Not today, at least.
I'm such an ass. I really am.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm still liking the Facebook, even though they're getting sued. So find us at the Mac to the Future Facebook group. I'll be doing a show, I guess, with Dave tomorrow, and that's about it. Okay.
Well, then let's go on over to Dave Ginsburg.
I want my banner. There it is.
Yeah, you got it.
You can find me at In Touch with iOS at intouchwithios.com along with Warren. And yes, we'll be probably recording a show tomorrow. We've got plenty to talk about. You'll hear more about what we talked about today as well. You usually find me on Mac Voices Live. I was off this week. I had an iPhone special interest group I had to give out to my friends at the Suburban Chicago Apple Users that I am president of. You'll find me on British Tech Network. I'm on the Mac Show usually every week on Fridays. And you can also find me on Twitter at DaveG65.
And Got to get back over to that. And then we go, okay, over to me. Hello, everyone. And tech is hard. Tech is so hard. It's so hard. You can contact me, guy@mymac.com. That is the email address. I have not one, but two Twitter accounts because I'm so special. One is Mac Parrot, and the other one is wow, that was an odd sounding parrot. The other one is Vert Shark. Vert Shark is the stop it you. Vert Shark is the website for all of the audios and the videos. You can go on over to YouTube, look up the playlist Vert Shark, and you will find all of the videos. They're all there. Stop it. And you can like, share, subscribe. Did you see it the first time? Like, share, subscribe. It's so easy. I do the mymac.com podcast with Gaz Maz each and every week. Can't believe he's still doing it with me. And what else? Guy's Daily Drive, where I'm in a car and I'm driving and I'm talking because that's what I do. Yeah, crash. Well, that is going to do it for this week. Thank you all so very, very much for joining Warren, Dave, and myself here on the Mac to the Future Go livecast. We really, really do appreciate it. And guys, I think it's time to go. So what do we always say before we go?
Goodbye.
Good night, Guy.
No, Dave, and
I'm saying good night to Guy.
Yep.
I'm such a creature of habit. You're killing me here. All right, we're just gonna go then. Bye, everybody. Blah. I don't know what I'm going to do in 2021 when I have to make a new outro, because I made this outro, the one I just played, in Premiere Elements, I think, and I don't have it anymore because it was on the other machine and I don't really have a license for it, and honestly I don't want to dig it up again, so I'm going to have to completely remake.
Well, get working.
Yeah, I'm running out of time. That's
so there.
I got.
I need to change the logo or the beginning of the people in the Mac to the Future, because half those admins aren't even doing anything. So
I know.
I
when I set all this up, and we're still on the air, by the way, so be careful what you say. When I set all this up, I was really, really hoping to get more of the other admins on. And it just, none of them kind of came back to me when I asked.
No, a lot of them
or if they did,
they're not even active anymore, so we got to go through it. Anyhow, it works, so we don't change much going on, so nobody's complaining.
Yeah, and I like that opening bit.
Yeah, that's cool. So why was everybody fighting about the stupid headphones yesterday? I mean, what's there to fight over? Like, what's there to fight over?
It was the price point that really got everybody going and trying to figure out what the hook was going to be for them. And if you watch it, you will see the not so much a breakdown in communications, but the I'm not sure how much I can say while we're still on the air.
Everybody agreed that the price was too high, right? Was there somebody out there
going,
no,
there wasn't anyone. There was one person who was sort of arguing that the technology built into the headphones made it worth more than other headphones, that many of which do similar things. And I think it was more along the lines of, okay, well, you've got built-in Siri support, and you've got spatial audio, and you've got what was the other one? There was some other. Damn it!
The
Transparency mode. Transparency mode.
Yeah, the noise.
And active noise cancellation. So these were all things that a lot of other headphones at a much lower price point have, but almost none of them have it all together.
I have a pair of these that I got for free for review. They were $300 normally, and they have the same. They have the spatial audio, they have the transparency. So they're out there. So I mean, you can find a pair of headphones for about $300 that will have all those features if you really look for it. But anyway, so he was arguing that the price was justified because of.
I don't know if he actually used the word justified. I think he was just kind of saying that it's not like there's not a lot of really cool tech that's built into these headphones.
There
was supposed to be more tech built in that they left out. There was supposed to be the head detection where it was supposed to know which way you're putting it on. Like you can't put it on backwards because it knew which side your left ear was on and your right ear was on. That was not.
Like I said, 4 years in the making.
Yeah. I made a joke on one of the sites that people liked. I said 4 years in the making. No wonder he's a former engineer.
And to invoke the memory of Steve Jobs, I think that if Steve Jobs was still around today, that a lot of the gee whiz features that they ended up cutting out, he would have cut out almost from the very beginning, saying, "Why do you want to do that? You know, what's the point of that? Let's not," because I mean, Steve Jobs' greatest gift wasn't the power to say yes, it was the power to say no and make it stick. So,
but
you know,
your point, you have to make these different than what's out there, and there's not a lot to do with headphones or speakers. So like when they came out with the HomePod and made a $350 price tag, they showed us how they redesigned the way a speaker works, right? Like pointing down and up and whatever.
Yeah, people bellyached about the HomePod's price too at first too. So
they still do. I mean, I think.
Yeah, and I never bought one, and I never will. Not at that price point. But I got a HomePod. I don't don't know what to do with it. HomePod Mini.
Oh.
I mean, it's plugged in and it responds to me, but because that's like one of the few smart devices I guess I have in the house, I'm not really sure what to do with it other than say, "What's the weather outside like? You know, what time is it?" It'll do all those things for me.
I have two.
So will my phone. So will my watch, and you know, so
I have two, and I haven't activated them in about a year. So I don't do anything with them either. So
yeah, I mean, I've got these speakers for the Apple TV downstairs. I've got these huge ass speakers that my wife made me go on over to somebody's house as they were throwing them out, and bring them back to the house. And I have to say, they sound unbelievable. I have no idea why these people threw them out. And then upstairs, the Apple TV in the bedroom, I've got those, 30-plus-year-old baby Bose, and they sound great. So I guess if I was going to use like a HomePod Mini or maybe two HomePod Minis, I would probably use them with the Apple TV that's up in the bedroom and not really get rid of, but have misplaced or use those instead of the Bose, because right now, if I want to adjust the volume on those speakers, it's a process. I can't just use the volume control on the Apple TV remote to turn them down, or at least not easily. So
the problem
to have those hooked up with the Apple TV.
You have to use the Apple TV to use those speakers, which is a problem.
Yeah, but the speakers have to be actively connected, not just a passive device like the Bose are, or like the big ass speakers that I've got down in the family room. It has to have an active connection to the Apple TV and not just passing sound through them.
If I could hook up my two HomePods to my TV, I would do that, but I can't because there's no.
You don't have an Apple TV?
I do have an Apple TV, but I don't watch. I only watch a quarter of my content through the Apple TV. We have cable, we have Amazon things. There's things that other things that play on the TV other than the Apple TV. So if there was a way to, that's what they should sell like a
receiver.
Not almost an adapter that would go into like the optical optical port of the TV that would output to AirPlay 2, so you could play it on the HomePods.
Well, but not all even smart TVs, not all of them have the optical audio output.
Yeah, they do.
Not all of them.
No, there's not all. Some.
Yeah.
Most,
The
all of
ones,
them have
the ones that Meta do. The ones
Right.
that Meta
they have some kind of audio out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. My 65-inch Bengals and bows. My 65-inch Samsung curved TV I've got downstairs, it does have optical out because I have it plugged right into my Onkyo receiver. So
right.
So it has HDMI audio out. So this thing could be, anyways, let's make it instead of optical out, something that connects to a box that connects to your TV that makes your TV AirPlay 2 compatible. That's what they should do.
Well, I don't have, because I have Apple TVs. I don't have or use the Apple TV app. I don't think either one of you do either. Would AirPlay should still work with a smart TV using the Apple TV app?
AirPlay to it. You can AirPlay to it, but not from it. So there's no way you can use your HomePod without using an Apple TV box. There's no way to connect it to your TV.
Are you sure about that? Couldn't they make it so that the app would do? Because almost all these TV sets do have Bluetooth or built-in Wi-Fi.
They don't have. You can't output to it. You could cast to it, but you can't output from it. You can only output through the.
Is that a restriction due to DMA? Not DMA. Copyright. Or is that just something they do because
it's a restriction due to the hardware? I don't know.
DMCA. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah,
depends on the app. Some of those apps you can't stream.
Right. Some of the apps you can't cast to, but some of them will let you AirPlay. Like I have a Samsung TV, and it will show up under a mirroring device on my iPhone. I can send something to it, but you cannot output sound to an AirPlay speaker, to like the HomePod
from the TV.
From the TV.
That just sounds like a software limitation because the connections are there. So Bluetooth is two-way communication, as is Wi-Fi. So if you make a software change,
the HomePods don't have Bluetooth at all.
Yep.
Mind blown.
How are they connecting? Are they connecting
AirPlay.
via Wi-Fi?
AirPlay 2.
AirPlay 2. That's one of the things. The HomePods do not have any other input method other than AirPlay.
Yeah, you can't Bluetooth like a third-party device to a HomePod.
That seems like a design limitation on all those other companies and not Apple.
With that, anyhow.
Yeah, we got to go. All right, everyone who's watching the live stream, thank you. I'm going to end the broadcast. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.